If you know the name Dana Dorsey, you've probably heard the story of him being Miami's first black millionaire and once owned what eventually became part of Fisher Island. And that's true. But that's not the Dana Dorsey story I want to tell you. Because what interests me isn't just how much Dana Dorsey owned, it's what he did with it. Dorsey was born in Quitman, Georgia, the son of formerly enslaved parents. He came to Miami in the 1890s as the city itself was just beginning to take shape, and worked as a carpenter connected to Henry Flagler's railroad. But Dorsey saw an opportunity. The black laborers helping build this new city needed something Miami wasn't providing enough of: housing. So he began buying land, building homes, and reinvesting what he earned into more property. And more property. And more property. Go through FIU's Dana Dorsey collection today, and you can still see the paper trail: deeds, mortgages, property agreements. And there's another name you'll notice appearing throughout those records: Rebecca Dorsey, his wife. Together, their names appear on documents tied to a real estate portfolio that grew far beyond Overtown. But Dorsey's legacy wasn't simply about accumulating property. He invested in the community around him. In 1920, he opened the Dorsey Hotel, which was Miami's first black-owned hotel. And years later, the hotel would even appear in the Green Book, helping black travelers identify a place to stay in Miami during segregation. He owned the Negro Savings Bank, providing another resource to Miami's growing black community. And then there was education. Dorsey donated land for black schools and sold the property that would eventually become Dorsey High School to the school system for just 1 penny. And only days before his death in 1940, Dorsey donated land that would become the Dorsey Memorial Library, a library created for the education and enlightenment of Miami's black residents. And if the name Dorsey sounds familiar, it's likely because of the land we talked about in the last episode, Dorsey Park. So yes, Dana Dorsey became one of the wealthiest black men in the South. Yes, he owned land connected to what we now know as Fisher Island. But maybe the better measure of his legacy is what he helped make possible: housing, a hotel, banking, education, a library, and a park. More than a century later, Miami is still saying his name.